Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, it's lovely to have you with me. My name's Carol, and if you're one of our returners, then it's lovely to see you. And if you are a returner, you may wonder where I am, because this isn't a normal location for me. But I have a bit of a story to share before we get underway today. So if you have been following us, you know that we said when we came back from holiday, we had yet another project to do. We had done our downstairs bedroom earlier this year, and then more recently, Mike had converted part of our garage into a utility room. And if you haven't seen those, they're all back on previous videos. And I had mentioned that we had a new project when we came home, which was to actually redo the upstairs bedroom as a guest bedroom. And my intention had been to film that transformation. And actually, over the week that we've been home from holiday, I have filmed that transformation. Unfortunately, this morning, my camera decided to corrupt my SD card and everything I'd recorded has been lost. It's the nightmare of a YouTuber, isn't it? And it was my fault. I should have been downloading as I went along and I didn't. So we've lost it. So I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a rundown of what we've done. And then we can pick it up from there. Oh dear, what a mess. So we came back from holiday with the intention of getting a new carpet into the bedroom, decorating it all, and all of that mainly because we had to have new windows put in. And the intention was that they were going to put the new windows in shortly after we came home, that we would then find some carpet, get that put down, and while we were waiting for the carpet, we'd get the decorating done. Now, as I've said to you, we've only been home a week and it's all done because everything just went at a rate of knots. So we came home on the Thursday. On the Friday, we went down to choose the carpet because last time that we needed a new carpet, it was 2 or 3 weeks before it was available. We went down and chose it on the Friday. He phoned Friday afternoon and said, we can come and lay it next Wednesday. And we were like, oh, right, okay. We haven't even cleared the room yet. And obviously we had to clear the room. And clearing the room of the furniture and some of it having to be taken downstairs was going to be a bit of a job for us. So we immediately then got hold of my youngest son, who lives very nearby, to see if he could come round and help us. That was on the Saturday morning. He said, I'll be round within the hour. So on the Saturday morning, we got all the furniture moved out. And as he's moving it out, he's saying, do you want the carpet ripped up? And we're like, well, we've actually asked them to do it. So I can do that. So he ripped up the carpet and got rid of that and took that out for us, which Mike's since cut up and we'll take to the tip. And then he said, well, do you want to get the woodwork painted before they come and lay the carpet? So we're like, well, do you mind? It was like, no. So he and Mike set to and did all the all the woodwork and painted all the woodwork. That was on the Saturday. And then I was like, okay, well, we're obviously underway. I wonder if I can get my other son had offered to do the actual decorating of the walls and things. So I was like, well, I could do with him doing that within the next week or two before they come and put the windows in, which they said they were going to do in the last week of June. Now, today is actually the 21st of June. So as you can see, we're not in the last week of June yet. There's another story coming. So I messaged my other son who said, I can come tomorrow. My boys have just been so brilliant. So he came over on the Tuesday and he and Mike together started. Well, first of all, we had to fill in some cracks. And all of this was recorded. I'm so sorry I can't show you what we've had to do. It's just so frustrating. But there were a number of cracks in the wall and so they had to be plastered. So he and Mike did that first. And then Mike and I shot out to choose the paint that we wanted and brought the paint back. And by Tuesday night, my son had put 2 coats of paint all over the room and it's all decorated. And I'll show you all in a minute. So that's great. That's Tuesday. The carpet's going down on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, waiting for the carpet to come, we get a phone call from the window people to say, we've had a cancellation. We can put your windows in tomorrow. All of that to say, carpet went down Wednesday, windows went in Thursday. And yesterday, Mike and I moved the furniture back in. So our room is done, but it's not. Because this is going to be a guest bedroom and I want to make it into a guest bedroom. So my job over the next week or so, we've got friends arriving on the 7th of July. So my job over the next week or so is to actually get this room dressed, if you like. So let me show you where we're at and then I'll tell you what I need to do. So this is our upstairs bedroom. If you saw try-on hauls and things before I went on holiday, you know I might have used up here. And I am thinking that I might well use this room as a YouTube room as well, but once I've got it all set up. So as you can see, we have this wonderful dormer window here, which has now got these brand new windows in it. But there is a bit of a problem with that. Beautiful view out towards the sea, but we have these triangular windows on the side, and the windows go right to the ceiling. So somehow I've got to dress that, and I've been looking at all sorts of different possibilities. Curtains won't really work. One of the reasons being, if I have curtains that pull all the way around, when you pull them back, you might be able to see, you probably can't work it out, but let me just see if I can put my finger up there. Where this window finishes, comes down, can you see that? It may be easier to see it on the other side, let me see. Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, it is a bit, I think. So the window finishes here. If you come down here, you're going to overhang this wall. So I don't want curtains hanging down there. Blinds, we can't, we'd have to pay out for made to measure shaped blinds, which I don't want to spend a fortune up here because it is just a guest room, and it might be my YouTube room. So my thoughts at the moment are that what I might do is actually make curtains. I have made loads of curtains in the past, so I'm quite happy to do that, is to make curtains for this side bit, which I'll then sort of scoop back and have them covering the window all the time. But it means I can move the curtain to clean the windows if I need to, and then have a matching Roman blind on that window. So I've often used terries for fabric, for furnishings. I've made curtains, I've covered chairs, all sorts of things in the past. So I found a few fabrics that I think might work, and I've got samples coming this week. And then I decided that's going to be the way ahead. So I don't know at the moment, but I'll take you with me on the journey of covering those windows. On this bed at the moment, I've got the bedding that was here. I did say I wanted this room to be very sort of calming, coastal. And so we've gone for coastal colours on the wall. And I haven't actually shown you, have I? This carpet is a lovely sort of sandy brown. So it does have that coastal feel. And so what I wanted to do was introduce some blue just to add to that coastal feel. And we did have this blue bedding for up here. At the moment, I think it'll work, but I might want to replace that. And one of the things that I'm using to tone all the colours is this picture that's going up on the wall. Actually, if I bring you up, you might be able to see it a bit better. You can see this picture. So you can see the blues and the sand. So that's the colour scheme I'm going for. So now I'm going to be looking for bits to put round the room. We've got bedside tables here. I think I found some wicker based lamps, which I think I'm going to want to put over there, but I might change my mind. At the top here, I want to put a tray of tea and coffee and things for visiting guests, but that might have another little bit of decoration. I'm thinking over in this corner, I might put a plant. Be nice if it was an olive, wouldn't it? And then these two chairs, which are really old. They were my mum and dad's TV chairs, they used to call them. We've had them for years. I sat in various parts of the house, but I just think they work really well here. But they're obviously quite worn, so I'm looking for covers for them. But then once again, it's the colour. So until I get I think that the curtain fabric is going to be the thing that will then help me decide the rest of the things. There's a little chest here, so people they can sit there, have their cup of tea and what have you, or whatever. They'll read their books if they're visiting and just want their own space. I've got a wicker basket over there. That'll probably be what I'll put guest bits in, like toiletries and maybe some snacks and things. So that's my thoughts at the moment to bring this room. And then the lovely thing with this room is that it has this ensuite bathroom, which I also want to get in. I want to give it a good clean. The shower needs, we've had a shower stack thing in there I want to take out. These walls will need to be painted as well. Whether we'll get that done now or later, I don't know. But yes, so create that into a lovely guest bathroom. And then the lovely thing is that this room, as I say, is upstairs. So there are no other rooms up here. This is the only room up here. And then we are downstairs. So for guests, it's a nice private space if they just want their own time out as well. As I say, we've got friends coming in a few weeks' time. Over the summer, we'll probably have family come to stay. And actually, when our daughter and son-in-law and the grandchildren come, that's Mike's daughter. They always come and stay in the summer for a couple of days, hopefully. We'll probably come up here and let them have downstairs. So that's all we've got to. So I'm really sorry that we haven't managed to get the pictures. I've had some lovely video of all these windows, the windows all coming out and putting the new windows in. It was quite spectacular. I think Mike might have a few bits on his camera, so I'll just see if there is, then I'll pop those in now so you can see some of the bits that went on. But otherwise it'll be from here on in, and we'll see what this room looks like as I gradually put it together over the next week or so. Until our friends come to arrive. So the first thing I'm going to do now is open the windows up here, because being upstairs and it is getting very hot, this room is really hot and stuffy. So I'm just about to open a window, which I can do easily now, my lovely new windows. And yeah, and then I'm going to go and sit in the garden and grab a cup of tea. Well, welcome back. And as you can see, I'm up in the guest bedroom, which I've been decorating and getting ready. And I promised that when all the bits came for the bedroom, I would come back on and share them. So this morning, everything arrived. So I've got fabric samples for the curtains and the blinds. And then I've got my whole lovely little SHEIN order, which I'll share with you in a minute. But I thought I'd start with the fabric samples. And I've got a bit of a dilemma. So we have this one, which is just a very simple, it's not just this leaf, it has other leaves on it, but it's scattered. It's got a lot of the creamy white background and just this Delft blue. And I do think the Delft blue is the blue I like. It's like a sort of inky denim-y blue. It's on Delft pottery, if you know that. So I quite like this because it was simple enough. The other one that I had in Delft was this one, which is actually a William Morris. But I think that might be a bit too fussy. I think I want something a bit simpler. Or they've also sent me this one. I'm going to turn this over for a minute. This is in a duck egg blue with like a white embossed. And it is called, the fabric's called, I don't know if you can read that, it's called Zante. Now, you know that we spend our time going to Zante's or Kintos for our holidays. That does seem a bit of an interesting one. But actually, I definitely prefer the Delft. However, I've just gone back. I ordered these from Terry's Fabrics, which is where I always get all my curtain materials. I've just gone back on Terry's and it doesn't look like they've got that anymore. It looks like they've sold out of it and they've got a deal on everything at the moment. And I just think that Delft might be too fussy. So I'm thinking maybe it'll be this. However, I also need to make sure that whatever I get matches with the chair covers. And those are in the SHEIN order, which I haven't yet unpacked. So let's unpack the SHEIN order and see what we've got. It was all sorts of bits. So, right, so what is this? So this looks like it's, yeah. So I just ordered some, I've got some vases in here as well, I think. So I just ordered, so these are just olive branches. You see, and they've just got the little black olive on them. So there should be a little pot in there. I think that would look nice just to put my olives in here. So I like those. I wonder if I can see one of the, we've got, there's a box here. This might be a pot. Let's see what's in this one. I just love undoing my SHEIN orders. Half the time I can't remember what I've ordered. I know I've got an awful lot of bits that might work up here. And if they don't work up here, I just put them in other places. I think this might be though. Let's have a look. Get it out. Yes. Okay, so this is the little pot. Okay, so this is just a little ceramic pot. So you have to be careful when you order from SHEIN, because on the picture this could look like a big pot. So I had to check the measurements and I did. So that's the pot. So I think, let's have a look. What do we think? Oh yeah. There you go. And that would look quite nice. When I decide where to put all these in the room, I'll show it to you in the room, all right? But yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, so that's the olive branches in the pot. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so this was just, I do like to have tissues in the room for everyone, but I didn't want to have to look for a box, a tissue box that matched the room. And then I saw this. I thought, oh, that's a brilliant idea. So this is the tissue box. All right, so you just open that up, pop your tissues in there, and then close that down. Right, let me just say to you, I'm sorry, I can see again that you get my ensuite bathroom in the background when I'm filming up here, and you get the view of a loo, which is not what I really want. So just a moment, and I'm going to readjust you. Right, there we go. I've got rid of the loo. You don't have to see the loo now. Right, so there you go. Here's the tissue box. Yeah, just open up, put your box of tissues in, pull them through, and that'll be lovely, won't it, on the bedside table with the tissues in. So I'm really pleased with that. Ooh, getting excited now. All right, then these, I may use these. These are just some little pots. This is all just to dress the room, because you don't need loads of stuff in here because it's a guest room. So I thought these were really cute. These are just 3. You got that one. And that one. So, and they've got the little, which I love, is this little rope decoration around here. So I thought those grouped together, maybe they'll work. Yeah, lovely. And it's got the rope. So it's going for this sort of cream and white, but also the natural. I'm trying to put all the natural stuff in. So rope, wicker, ceramic. Right, what else have we got in here? Somewhere in here. Oh, yes, now. I couldn't resist this. Let me just get it open. This is a tray. So I thought probably just put a couple of glasses on there and some water, and maybe a bottle of water or a bottle of water nearby to fill it. But I just thought, look at that lovely design on there. It's all the right colours. It's that sort of deep blue and it's all like mother of pearl. I thought that was such a good, with the look around the edge. Isn't it lovely? So that would be a lovely decorative tray. So far, so good. Everything's lovely. Right, what was this one? What else did I get? I can't remember now. What's this one? It's very well packaged, whatever it is. I wonder what this was. Oh, yes! One little reading man. I thought by the side of the bed or by the side of the chairs, it's just a little decoration. It's a little bit smaller than I thought it was. I thought it was bigger than that. It might have had it in different sizes actually, but I just thought that was rather sweet. So, yeah, it's a shame it's not a bit bigger, but I definitely think I'll use it. And then this was just another olive. Not so sure about this. I prefer what I've done, I think, with the vase and the... Might end up using this somewhere else, I don't know. I mean, all of these things are, £1 or £2, so it's worth... I don't mind if I get a couple of mistakes. Yes, the same sort of thing. I don't know. Little basket with the olive. Rather nice though. I don't know. Might, if I have one bit, if I have the vase in one place and this somewhere else, they'll sort of coordinate with each other, won't they? Yeah, actually I quite like that. Good. And then, what else have we got in here? What's this one? Oh, right, yeah. Now these are the candles. Candle holders. I did think these might go on that tray, but I don't know. Right, so you've got 3 different sizes. So they're wood. They've been hollowed out to put the tea light in. And they're just 3 different sizes. Where's that tray gone? No, don't know whether it would work on there, whether I'd prefer to put it just on a top somewhere. I don't know. But yes, love those. So all these natural materials I'm just loving. And then somewhere in here are these, right, hang on, I'll get that in a minute. All right, and then this, oh yeah, this is another little ornamenty thing. If I can get it open, where does it open? Over here. Might actually even put this in the bathroom, I think, because look, it's only simple. It just slots in into the base. If I can get it in. I might need Mike to give it a good shove. Yeah, that's got to go in there, but I'm not sure how well it's. I might have to get Mike to try and do that. But yeah, so that will stand in there, but I might need a bit of Mike's attention to get it to fit in properly. But I thought that would look rather nice in the bathroom, maybe. So that's that. And then these are the chair covers. So I showed you before, I think. I hope I did. These chairs that I'm sitting on. These are my mum and dad's old casual chairs, TV chairs they used to call them. And they're worn and everything. So I just wanted some covers for them. And I don't mind what the quality is. I mean, people are only going to be here as guests, so it doesn't have to be something that's going to hold up to everyday wear. So I think this is the pattern. I think that should coordinate quite well with the room. So if that's the colours of that, where did me... Where's it? Let's find the... It's which of these... And I know which one goes best, the one I can't get. It's always the same, isn't it? But actually, see, I think if that's the chair cover, this is going to be too fussy. That would have worked beautifully, but they haven't got it. So maybe it is Zanti then. Maybe it's the... Let me take the label off it for the minute and put it on the back instead, so I can see the fabric. So maybe it is that. What do you think? You know, let me put that up there. It'd probably go, wouldn't it? Just brings in that light blue. So probably it's going to be that fabric for, and I want to do, I think we're going to go for Roman blind and draped curtains on the sides. And these on the chairs, and then laying these bits out. So I'm going to have a bit of a play. And I might come back later and show you what I've done. Get in there. Our friends are arriving in just over a week, so really want to get done. I don't know if I'll get the curtains in time because I've got to get them made, so they might not be here in time. But anyway, let's see what all these bits look like in the room. Welcome back to the guest bedroom. And I have now put everything out as I want it. We've added a few other bits. The one thing we can't get done at this stage is the windows. We've looked at the blinds and the curtains, and it's going to cost so much money, I'm not sure it's worth it. The other option is for us to do vertical blinds, and then I can actually cut them to angle them for the, just to stagger them for the triangular window. So I've now sent for some samples for vertical blinds. So that's going to take some time. So our friends won't have anything at the windows. I might just have to put a couple of eye masks on the bedside tables if they want to be able to black out. It's just one of those things, isn't it? We haven't got that far. But I do want to show you the rest of what we've done in this room and the bathroom, which has now been sorted out as well. So let me show you how it's now looking and how it will be for our guests when they come next week. All right, so the picture is now up, our seaside picture. So the friends that are coming next week are actually American, but they lived here for quite some time. They lived on the coast and they stayed here with us, so they love the coast, and so I know they love this room. And most people that come to stay with us are coming because they want to be around the coast, so we thought we'd take a coastal theme. So that's the picture up on the wall there. And then I've used this bedding for the time being. Sorry, it's stripy, so it's probably making a very weird picture for you. So I've used this bedding for the time being, and I think that tones in quite well with the chair covers, which have worked really well. They were only a couple of quid each, so they're fine just for covering up for a guest room, aren't they? So that's those, and I've got a little chest down there which I've put, there's bits and pieces in there that might be useful. but I've just put the little coasters. Can you see those? I had those downstairs and decided to bring them up. So I've got the little seaside coasters there, so guests can sit there and have a coffee or whatever, or just relax. So on the bedside tables, here's the SHEIN stuff that I got. So that's the if you can see that, so that's the tissue box, and then the little group of 3, and then I went and got these bedside lamps, which I think are really cute. And we already had these coasters which tone in, so that's that side. And then on the other side, I love this. So same lamp, but can you see we've got, so I've just got the little olive branch, and I've got a diffuser there for some, and the little man having his read. So I think that's a lovely little grouping over there. And then over here, I had this chest in the corner. So I've put, there's the vase of, and then this beautiful tray. And I'll probably just put a couple of glasses and a water bottle on there for them. It's going to be quite hot next week. So, and then that's the little tea light holders. I just need to bring some tea lights up and put that in there. So I'll just give you a sweep around the bedroom. I mean, obviously that, the chairs over in the window. And once we do get some blinds up there, that'll be lovely, I think. It's just finding the right colour and what's going to work. The bedside tables. And then I've also, we've sorted the bathroom out. So this morning, I need to put that, this morning I just got some bits from Lidl. So I've got matching hand wash and hand cream and a diffuser. I love using diffusers, I think they're brilliant. And Mike's just put that, I don't know if you can see that, Mike's just put this shelf up in here for me, which I will put the stuff on in the shower. And then round over here on the little, we've got these baskets, which there's nothing in them at the moment because I used to use them to store stuff, but I'm sure they will get used. I just got another little seaside. So I used the fish that came from SHEIN, and I had some other bits from downstairs that I brought up. So we are there. That's the guest bedroom done, apart from the window dressing. So I think I'm actually going to put this up and share it with you. Let me just turn you around again. I think we are going to put this up and share it with you. And then when the curtains come, I'll just include it in a future vlog. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I feel like we've got a lovely room now. It's calm, it's cool, and hopefully our friends will enjoy being here next week. So there we go, another room done. So I think now there's only one other room in the house that will need some attention, and that's the sunroom. And I don't think we're going to worry about that until the winter, because we won't be in there so much then, and then we can pull the furniture out and decorate and what have you. So but that's mainly decoration down there. There's not a lot else to change. So I'm really pleased because it's only, what is it, the family left in September. So what's that, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, 9 months, and we've done all that we want to do to make this house the way we want it now, that is us and guests coming to stay. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing what we've done here. I'm sorry we didn't get to do the detail of a lot of it at the beginning because of the problem with the camera, but never mind. I'm sure you can see what we've been up to. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. And enjoy the weather, enjoy the summer. Bye.